The Iran war has reached global energy markets. Crude oil prices jumped to $82 per barrel in early morning trading, its steepest daily rise in 4 years. If the war goes on for 4 to 5 weeks, as US President Trump has said, some analysts fear that it could jump to over $100 per barrel. Iran only pumps about 3% of the global supply. Its oil exports are under heavy sanctions and mostly go to China, but it's still upending global markets in several ways. Iran struck Saudi Arabia and Qatar's energy facilities on Monday, causing major disruption. Saudi's Ras Al Tanura plant, one of the world's biggest refineries that pumps 500,000 barrels per day, was forced to close. And Qatar Energy, the world's largest producer of liquefied natural gas, which provides a fifth of total supply, has paused production completely. European natural gas prices have soared by nearly 50% as a result. These attacks are pushing energy producers across the region to close out of fear of being targeted next, including in Kurdish parts of Iraq and in Israel. But it's not just about producing oil and gas, it's also about transporting it. About 20% of global oil and liquefied natural gas exports pass through the Strait of Hormuz per day. The ability to transport energy products through that waterway hugely impacts global prices. Iran has now threatened to close that strait. Now, a formal blockade would be hard to enforce, and the US military could probably dismantle it pretty quickly. But Iran doesn't need a full closure to bring shipping to a standstill. Attacks on 4 energy tankers and on commercial ports have already scared away shipping. Vessel traffic in the Persian Gulf has all but stopped. Not wanting to risk being attacked and unable to get insurance as providers cancel their policies, hundreds of vessels have stopped on either side of the strait. They're right to be scared. In previous conflicts like the Iran-Iraq war, countries used sea mines to attack enemy oil tankers and have often seized commercial vessels as leverage. The US is an independent energy producer, meaning it doesn't rely on the Gulf for supply. But Iran's attacks on energy infrastructure and Trump's talk of regime change have scared markets. If the fighting drags on with no clear end goal, prices of $90 to $100 per barrel could push up global inflation, including petrol costs for American consumers, complicating Trump's campaign promise to bring down prices. A chokehold on energy sales would also threaten the Gulf economies. But Iran arguably has more to lose. It's still reliant on oil exports, around 80 to 90% of which go to its key partner, China. Its government is already isolated. The Gulf countries are furious, its regional militias are weakened, and Russia is nowhere to be seen. It can't afford to alienate China, too. It may continue its current approach, use a mix of confusing statements and unpredictable attacks on energy infrastructure to scare companies away. This is part of Iran's overall strategy. It knows it can't beat the US and Israel in a direct military confrontation, so it's using economic chaos by targeting key infrastructure like airports, seaports, data centers, and even tourist sites like hotels to create so much instability that the war's effects are felt globally. In doing so, it hopes that Europe and the Gulf states force the US to end its campaign. But it's very difficult for Iran to accomplish that without bringing itself down too. At the moment, it looks like US allies are pouring in to help rather than pulling away. To make them change their minds, Iran seems to have decided that no target is off the table.